say a few words. So, come on in down a little bit so we don't have to scream so loud. And come on in, we got folks in the back trying to make their way in too.
Hey. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning at PTW Institute for our card exchange. I'd like to thank Bob Babb and Danielle Bridge for putting this morning together for us. And I know Bob will have a few words to say in a few minutes, but I did want to just take a moment to share with you our upcoming events. Next Tuesday, February 19th, we have, it's a new networking event for us. It's called BYOB, Bring Your Own Bag Lunch. Whatever's in your bag is fine, but if you're not bringing your bag lunch. It's free of charge to all chamber members, and it's held from 11:30 to 1:30 at the chamber. This is, I think, a second month, and it's really, the first one was really well received, and it's a nice opportunity for just an informal gathering. Come have lunch with us, and the conversation goes from introductions to really just kind of whatever's on someone's mind. So definitely join us then. The big event that we really hope that you'll plan to attend is February 26th. We're calling it a celebration of a century. We weren't so bold to say it was the celebration of the century. So it is going to be held February 26th at Volpe Enterprises, which I believe as the crow flies, probably just straight across up on Church Road. It's from 6 to 9, and it's getting filled fast. We only have capacity there for 200 people, which sounds like a lot, but we're probably close to 150 already. So if you are interested and available, please join us. We're really looking forward to having a great time that night. It's sponsored by Centennial Blueprint. They're our celebration sponsor, so we're thrilled to have their support as well. Lastly, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize all of our Centennial members. I guess by now you may have all heard that we offered a new membership option, exclusive in the fact that only 100 members are able to participate in it. It's an opportunity for additional exposure and recognition in our e-publications, our prospector, on our website, and in gatherings such as this. We recognize those members that are with us. So if you'll allow me to recognize those folks that are with us today. Bob Babb from PTW, and Danielle Bridge from PTW. Bob Rosen, attorney. John Zeiger from Zeiger Insights. Forgot John last time, so I'll make sure I have him on top of my list. Amy Signor, Carney Jobs. I'm sorry, Carney Group. It's Carney Jobs is the website. Carney Group. Courtney Gallagher from Harleysville Savings Bank. Mary Metz from First Priority. Lisa Doyle from A to Z Party Rental. Mark Colt from Centennial Blueprint. I saw Mark come in. Steve Jones from Milestones in Music. Dave Shannon. And I don't think I forgot anyone. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate your support. Bob?
Thanks for coming out today. You know, it's kind of neat when folks come into your house. And that's, to me, this is our home. We've been here now, Danielle's been here now for 4 years, 5 years. Lindsay's been here for 7 years, and upstairs Michelle and Colleen have been here for 11 years. And we've been here now for 11 years. Opened up when this building became available. There was a bankruptcy. The medical group that had owned this building split up and became separate entities. And through a long period, seemed like long years of processes, it took us to come on in and set up our shop. So we're very blessed to be here, and 4 other centers now, a group of about 42 folks in our organization, 14 or 15 physical therapists that work in our system, helping folks achieve higher levels of function, whether they're injured or not. If they are injured, that's the physical therapy. If not, that's the wellness and the fitness products that we have as well. In West Norriton next month, actually next week, we add this Alter G piece to our family of widgets. And it's, if you've read anything about the 76ers in the past couple of weeks, Bynum's on this Alter G, so it takes away, you get into this space suit and it takes away weight bearing. So it's a great way to get folks that may have plantar fasciitis, knee pain, ankle problems to start running again. And we're adding that to our West Norriton next week. Talking about our business and our industry, this is the healthcare industry, and there's one thing I'll say to our staff often is that we're not in competition with other healthcare providers. we're in competition for disposable income anymore. And that means that folks have to make a decision anymore whether to come to physical therapy and spend $50 for their knee rehab, for their bad hip, for their bad neck, or spend $50 to go get a manicure, get their hair done. Whatever it might be, wherever they want to choose to spend their money. So we have to deliver something of significant value to folks that come to us. And the value is built upon the rapport that we have with the folks that come in, because we use this and this proportionally. I'll say often that we listen twice as much as we talk. And with that rapport that we build, we understand what their expectations, what their goals are, and trying to get to a higher level of performance and function. It's a lot of what we're taught in school. And then at the very end, really just deliver a service that's unlike anyone else that can deliver. And, you know, oftentimes we'll walk around and say, we're not like everybody else. You know, it's something I'll keep in my mind all the time. And even if you were to get something in the mail, a $20 missed copay, there should be something on there that separates us from someone else. So we're always trying to give extra value to everything we do and really differentiate ourselves from others. So that's our mission. It's hard. We don't deliver care. We don't run our business the easy way. We drive ourselves crazy sometimes with the details. And if you don't sweat the details, then your business suffers. So we try to sweat the details and understand what the expectations are of our customers. More than anything, I thank you for coming out here today. If you have any questions about what we do for Danielle, because Danielle's really out on the streets all the time, knocking on doors, building relationships with the physicians, building relationships with the community, asking doctors, can our therapist come over and shake your hand tomorrow in between patients? She's that one out there, so she's very valuable for us, and she's become really very involved, and made us much more involved with the chamber, so thank you, Danielle, for what you have done to help us with that. And then Lindsay with the iPad, hiding behind the iPad, is really the glue that keeps us together for the last 7 years, not only just at this facility, but all of our facilities now. So we're very blessed to have a great group of folks that work here and continue to strive to achieve higher levels of performance ourselves. So, any questions about physical therapy, what we do, and any questions? A couple folks in the room said I've had physical therapy. There are 2 people in this room, maybe more, that have come here for physical therapy, so there are a few testimonies floating around. I'm one of them. Actually, I'll say there's 4. There's 4 that I see here, so there may be a few more that I'm not aware of. I'm not on the floor as much as I used to be. You know, keeping it on the floor, you see when you're here, we hope that we make it social when you're on the floor, so it's not unusual that when you're on a table and you're working out the leg, I may walk up and say, by the way, can you meet this guy over here? And we hook up an electrical stimulation to you and on your neck, and I put one to your knee. I say, well, your knee is going to become your neck, and your neck's going to become your knee, so you better talk to each other. So we try to make it social while they're here so that everyone becomes part of the community that's here. And I think that's something that makes it special as well. You meet people here. Mark Davis, who's a good friend of mine and our attorney, was a patient here back in 2003. And Mark, by the way, the Broad Street rerun coming up in May, as May 15th or May 13th, there's a plug for the Broad Street rerun. If you want to participate, sponsor, or volunteer, we need volunteers for the 1,000 runners that will be up and down the street. Please do so. But Mark used to come here for his shoulder. And I had lunch with Mark in December of last year, and Mark and I were sitting down, and Mark said, you know why I came to your place? And Mark, you know, he looks like Larry from the Three Stooges, so he's talking like this, and I love talking to him because he brings an energy and a passion unlike a whole lot of folks. And he says, because you made it social. He goes, I was right down the road, but then I'd come in. He goes, I met more people in your place than any place I've been in Lansdale, and like forever. He goes, it was great. I got to see people. I looked forward to coming because it was social. And I think that was a valuable point that he had really made to me that I brought back to my staff to say, don't forget, this is part of the energy that the folks want. Not only are you coming in pain, but we're asking you for $50 on your copay. So we better make it an experience that's unlike any others, because I'm pushing you. You're in tears, and someone's behind saying, do you want to pay that copay now? And that's a tough thing to do. So we're in a tough position many times, so it should be a good experience when you come in. So that's a little bit about us. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Any questions, raise your hand now or come up and talk to myself or Danielle or Lindsay.
I'm going to give some tours too for anybody that hasn't been here before.